Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Phoenix International Raceway as we're getting set for race number 10 of the debut season of the NR2003 Diva Truck Series. Getting set for 32 laps here at the Phoenix International Raceway. It's the Lucas Oil 150. And on the pole position for the first time here in the Truck Series is Aaron Walsh. Aaron Walsh comes in this race 31st in the point standings, second pole of the year for Aaron Walsh. Alongside of her teammate Addison Peterson, who's been doing very good on a limited schedule, comes in this race 19th in the standings. Jayla Durazin, row number 2, comes in this race 20th in the point standings. Alongside of her is Tatiana Guerra, who comes in this race dead last in points of the part-time drivers, but she has some good starting track position. As you look at the top 28, here is the rest of your starting lineup. It's time to get these trucks rolling up behind the Ford F-Series pace truck. Go over the top 10, the points presented by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Claudia Flores is the points leader by 31 points over Abigail Lynn. Abigail Furling dropped all the way down to third in the standings. She is a total of 50 points back. There's the NASCAR Winstick Up Series logo here at Phoenix. Naomi Hudson, 83 back, is fourth in the standings. Eva Monta, 113 back, is fifth. Rest your top 10 are Ruby White, Hanako Watanabe, Elena Lydia, Shayla Askarov, and Hazel Eveling. Those drivers are separated between 139 to 163 points entering this race. Of course, you know Phoenix International Raceway, as you see the NASCAR Winston Cup logos. I made sure to put those logos on this track. And we're getting ready to go racing for 32 laps around Phoenix International Raceway. The Lucas Oil 150 is underway here today at Phoenix. This is the farthest west the Diva Truck Series girls will be racing this season. As far as the schedule is concerned, 3 trips they will be making to the West Coast. Jayla Durazin has gone to the second position, as Addison Peterson starting to drop back in the third position. Going to lose that spot to Ingrid Pollard. As of this recording, Ingrid Pollard just returned from the Bahamas to celebrate her AutoZone Amateur Series Championship. Aaron Walsh needs to get her season turned around as soon as possible. Currently way lower in the points table. I believe she is like the bottom 5 of the full-time drivers. Let's see. She is not. A couple of drivers that have run every race this season down there at the cellar of the points table, Samantha Johnson being one of them. Addison Peterson has made it a Billy Blue Motorsports 1-2. Of course, Addison Peterson will be back in the Truck Series next season. The only thing Addison Peterson's not going to have is an R next to her name because of the fact she has run more than 7 Diva Truck Series races, means she is no longer eligible for the Rookie of the Year situation. 1 second. Sorry about that. I was watching I'm watching a show on my TV in my room. Of course, I'm doing this race at after 1 o'clock in the morning as of this recording. And I'm trying to get back to TV1, but my thing doesn't want to do that. Check the back of the field here. Alexandria Sarnes. I'm going to mention about her. As of this recording, Frank, the team owner, messaged me and said he was going to downsize all the drivers. And, I respect his decision as of this recording. And I've already told him that since you've already started downsizing, I'm still going to keep Alexandria Sarnes and Emma Kaiser in the Diva groups because it would give those two ladies something to do. Giovanna Wright in the 04. Don't know who will be in the 04 next season. There's Hazel Eveling running top 10 in the point standings. Back here in last time by in the 31st position. She's now up to 30th. Where's our points leader coming in this race? Claudia Flores. All the way back in 39th. What about the gal that came in this race second in points? Abigail Lynn. She's up to 17th, but starting to drop back fairly quick. I'm trying to scoot my chair up. Abigail Furling is up to 23rd. Came in this race third in the standings. And where is the 7? 22nd. So looks like Naomi Hudson and Abigail Furling are going to be battling to see who will be the points leader heading into our next race in 2 weeks' time. Yes, the Diva Truck Series girls will be taking an off week next week. Not just them. Same with the Diva Bush Series ladies. Next week, it's only Diva Cup Series because they will be racing at a road course. I believe this will be their first road course race of the season. Let me actually confirm that with you all. I apologize for my NR lagging a bit. Survey says I am correct. It is going to be the first road course race for the Diva Cup Series girls. In fact, for any of the Diva Series, we've not run a road course. We've run 1.5 mile super speedways and short tracks. The only thing we haven't run, however, this season from all 3 series is a road course. That will change next week. There's Addison Peterson, Ingrid Pollard, Kim Patterson having a very good 4th position. Kim Patterson comes to this race 27th in the point standings. She does not have a top 5. Ada Chua, or no, that's Chow Dang, I'm sorry. Chow Dang running in the 5th position. Looks like Chow's gotten really tight. That's Yvonne Dune right behind her. Chow Dang comes to this race 21st in the points. Had a great run last week at Charlotte in that number 50 truck out of Roush Racing. In fact, Chow Dang and her teammate Ingrid Pollard are not too far away from each other in the points table. They're like only 2 points separated between the two. So those two trucks have a combined 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. But neither of them have been to victory lane this season. Aaron Walsh, let's see. I don't think any of the Billy Blue trucks. I know Addison Peterson has not been to victory lane. Addison Peterson has been to victory lane. Aaron Walsh, who's been running this truck full time, has not been to victory lane this season. She's only had 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. And her average finish is 24.7. If you round it up, it would be 25th. Trying to become the second and final Billy Blue Motorsports truck to go to victory lane. I think Addison Peterson just wants Aaron Walsh just to find victory lane here in the Diva Truck Series. And we're coming up to the halfway point of this race. And surprise, surprise, we have not had the caution come out. But don't let that fool you, because I can tell you this, if it's anything like what we saw last week at Charlotte, we're definitely going to see a caution this weekend. Mark my words. Check up on Abigail Lynn. She's up to 14th now. Of course, she came in race second in points. 39th for the 46 last time by. So 1 week she took the points lead from Abigail Furling. She's going to lose it. So we're past the halfway point here in the Diva Truck Series here at Phoenix. The next race is in 2 weeks, as I said, at Ricky Raceway, which means what has all three series never had this season? An international race. That will change in 2 weeks as we're heading to the home of the Monster Energy Series season opener we ran for 2022 and 2023, Ricky Raceway. Or actually, correction, 2023 Ricky Raceway. I'm sorry. We didn't run there in 2022. We ran at Daytona. It was the last year we were running the Daytona 500. Then we changed to Ricky. But we're heading to Ricky nevertheless. And that could play a factor in the championship hunt. So, and for the 6 part-time drivers, Kaiser, Peterson, I'm going to go ahead and look at the points here. Let me get the score 4 off, or the ticker off. For Peterson, Kaiser, Alex Winters, Murray, Sarnes, and Noguera. Well, even though Noguera has been full-time in the Diva Bush Series, they will run their first ever Super Speedway race in the Truck Series since they did not run Coca-Cola earlier this season. So they'll probably, in Addison Peterson's case, she'll probably talk to Aaron Walsh about what she learned from Coca-Cola, since those two are teammates. Aaron Walsh comes into this race. Aaron Walsh trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. Hopefully it builds some confidence momentum. As I said, came in race 31st in points. She's somewhat right near the bottom of the points table as far as the drivers who've run every race this season. This being race 10 of 25. The next time they'll be on the West Coast for the Truck Series won't be until we go to Auto Club Speedway. And then trucks will be heading to Las Vegas. Their first of 3 races on the West Coast, as Olga Scott has left pit road. Not sure what was going on with the 08. See, we only have 41. It looks like Shyla Askarov is out of the race due to an engine failure. A header let go. Also, I've noticed Jayla Durazin is 1 lap down. Not entirely sure what was wrong with Jayla Durazin's truck or Olga Scott's truck. Durazin came as race 20th in points, former winner this season. And Olga Scott, who comes into this race 37th in points of the, she is fourth to last in points of the drivers who've run the full race this season. This is not the results any of them wanted, so Shyla Askarov is going to take a hit in the points because she came as race running well in points, which is 9th to be exact. And of course, I talked about Shyla Askarov, who will not be back in the Diva Truck Series next season due to her commitments in GTS Array, which I don't know how many seasons she'll do in GTS Array. I'm probably going to give her about 2 or 3, but I have not confirmed it with Cody, which I will confirm it as soon as possible. Right now, Aaron Walsh has led the most laps so far. Nobody has challenged that 15 Ford F-Series. And right now in second is Chow Ding and Kim Patterson. So a couple of girls running really well. Kim Patterson comes into this race 27th in points, as I mentioned. Chow Ding came in this race 21st in points. So that 50 team has really gained some momentum in the last couple of weeks. There's Yvonne Dooney. How about Stephanie Liera in the number 5 truck? Stephanie Liera came as race 16th in the standings. Ingrid Pollard 7th, Ruby White 8th, Olivia Jackson 9th. And speaking of Tatiana Guerra, comes into this race not doing well in points of the part-timers, but she's currently in the 10th position. This will definitely get her out of the cellar of the points table, despite running a part-time schedule. And of course, Tatiana Guerra did very well a couple of weeks ago when she made her Diva Cup debut, even though it was a non-points event for All-Star Race Weekend in the number 81 Chevy SS. As we're down to 3 laps of racing to go here at Phoenix. And so far, we are about to complete 32 laps of calm green flag racing, but I can tell you for Diva Bush and Diva Cup, that's about to change for the rest of this race weekend, because I can tell you, based off what I've seen from Phoenix, especially in Diva Cup, they're not going to get away with 32 laps without a yellow flag, knowing them. But Diva Bush, I don't know how they're going to do tomorrow. And you all know me well about the Diva Cup series. They will have a caution. Trust me. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Aaron Walsh trying to hold off Chow Dang in the 50 truck as we're coming to the white flag, I would like to point out. Remember, Aaron Walsh has led every lap so far, and she has not had a challenge for the lead until now as we start the last lap here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Does the 50 out of Roush Fenway Racing do anything with the 15? We're going to have to find that out as they're down the back straightaway for the final time here. Ooh, the 50 tried to take a look, but unfortunately just couldn't get the pass made. One more lap, the 50 would have had her. But off of turn 4, Aaron Walsh will go coast to coast, pole to win, and wins the Lucas Oil 150 here today at Phoenix. And gives Billy Blue Motorsports their second win here in the Diva Truck Series. And that's really going to help Aaron Walsh. Because like I said, she gave us race 31st in points. That's going to help her. And, you know, she got maximum points. 5 points for leading a lap, 5 points for leading the most laps. So she's already done her part a lot of good. So that's good for her. Chow Dang will get second. This will continue to move her way through the points table. Kim Patterson, 27th in points, her first top 5 and third. Yvonne Dune had a good run. Came home in the 4th position. Came as race 38th in the points. I don't know what Aaron Walsh is doing, but anyway. Okay, that was interesting. But anyway, I'm not going to criticize. Von Dune, 38th in points. This will get her out of the cellar of the points table. Stephanie Liera had a quiet race here today. Comes home in the 5th position. Came as race 16th in points. She's been on the live in the last couple of weeks. Addison Peterson struggled, but got both Billy Blue trucks inside the top 10 with a 6th place result. Ruby White got 7th. And Ruby White was top 10 in the points coming in this race, so she'll stay in the top 10 of the points leaving today. Octavia Jackson, didn't talk much about Octavia, the younger of the three Jackson siblings. She comes away with an 8th place result, came as race 28th in the points. That will move her up through the standings. Nice run for Tatiana Guerra in 9th. So Frank has been proud of Tatiana Guerra in the past couple of weeks. Made the all-star race and starting to get her momentum going in the right direction. And of course, came home in 9th. And Ingrid Pollard made both Roush Racing trucks in the top 10 in the 10th position. Of course, we talked about Chow Ding 21st in points. Pollard dropped 5 spots to 23rd. Nice bounce back run for the Amateur Series champion. Shanti Darwish, Alex Winters, Carolina Bradley, quiet runs for those two ladies. Elena Lydia and Ada Chua came home in the top 15. Abigail Lynn, 2nd in points, 17th. Abigail Furling, 3rd in points, 18th. They finished ahead of Naomi Hudson, who ended up 23rd. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, where in the world did Claudia Flores finish? All the way back in the 35th position. So 1 week that Abigail Furling loses the points lead, Claudia Flores will lose the points lead to more than likely it's going to be either Abigail Lynn or it's going to be Ruby White, who finished ahead of all of them. And Eva Mata finished 36, came as race 5th in points, so she's going to take a hit as far as that's concerned, as we had 39 trucks finish on the lead lap, even Murray the last of them. Jayla Durazin, was a lap down. Olga's got 2 laps down. Not entirely sure what happened to those two ladies. They probably had a tire go down or a mechanical problem. That's a tough break for them. And Shyla Asgaroff, 9th in points, was the only gal out of the race due to a header. So tough break for the Kyrgyzstan driver. She's going to absolutely take a hit in the points. She came as race 9th in the points. So a lot of gals that came in running well in points are going to take some hits. And I believe, let's see, Ruby White was a total of 108 points behind Abigail Lynn. She did finish ahead of them. So we're definitely going to have a new points leader after today's race, as Phoenix has really shaken up the point standings for the Diva Truck Series girls heading into their next race in 2 weeks at Ricky Raceway. Next week will be the Diva Cup Series at Sonoma, but we still got to finish up our Phoenix weekend with Diva Bush and Diva Cup coming your way from Phoenix before Diva Cup Series go racing at Sonoma. Please give this video a like if you guys enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings will be in the description at Ricky Raceway in 2 weeks' time. And we'll see you guys next time for the Diva Bush Series race at Phoenix. Until then, I've been Dita signing off. Goodbye from Phoenix. We'll see you tomorrow for the Diva Bush Series, as you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCS Rate TV, celebrating 14 years of amazing racing, the best NR racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you tomorrow for the Diva Bush Series race.